Okay, so last week we've been working on addition and subtraction of fractions with the same denominator as well as unlike denominators. And so we will try to apply those skills that you have hopefully learned in some word problems. Okay, so right now we're doing word problems and involving fractions. Right, so let's try this problem uh, for now. Okay. On my birthday party, the girls ate 2/3 pizzas and the boys ate 3/5 pizzas. How many pizzas were eaten at my party? So as you can see, this is pretty much obvious that is addition, meaning you have to add the number of pizzas that the girls ate and the number of pizzas that the boys ate. Okay, so that's 2/3 for the girls. We have to add 3/5 for the boys. Alright, and as you can see now that the fractions that we have here does not have the same denominator, so therefore we need to find the equivalent fraction, okay, or equivalent fractions for both fractions. Alright, so we need to find the LCM to get the least common denominator. Okay, so let's factor out the first denominator, which is 3, and that is 1 times 3. And let's factor out the second denominator, which is 5, and that's 1 times 5. So therefore, in finding the LCM, we multiply the common denominator once. And so in this case, we have 1 times 3, which is a factor was not encircled, and the other one is 5. So therefore, our least common multiple, which we will use as the denominator, new denominator, is 15. Okay, so let's get our new equivalent fractions ready. So we both know that they will have denominators of 15. Okay, do you still remember how to get the equivalent fraction? Alright, so let's work on getting this equivalent fraction of 2/3. Alright, so the first rule in getting the equivalent fraction is divide the new denominator, okay, by the old denominator. So we divide it by 3 because the old denominator of 2/3 is 3. And that is 5. And so we multiply 5 to the old numerator, that is 2, so we get 10. So again, so in order to get the new fraction, divide the new denominator by the old denominator multiplied to the new, or to the old numerator to get the new denominator, to get the new numerator. I know that is a little bit confusing, but maybe you should try more practice on paper and you should be able to get this one. Okay, let's try the second one. So let's divide 15, the new denominator. Let's divide it by the old denominator, which is 5, and that is 3. Multiply 3 to the old numerator to get the new denominator. So 3 times 3, that is 9. So therefore, our 2/3 plus 3/5 is equal to 10 over 15 plus 9 over 15. So as you can see, the denominators here are now the same. So we just add a numerator. Alright, so that is 19 over 15. Let's try another problem. I bought 5/3 gallons of paint, but I only used 3/4 gallons of paint. Or maybe this should be gallon because it's less than 1. Alright. How much paint do I have left? Okay. So this is subtraction. Okay, so we have 5/3 minus 3/4. And again, we don't have the same denominator, therefore we need to get the equivalent fractions. In order to get the equivalent fractions, we need to find our LCM to find the new denominator. Okay, so 3 equals 1 times 2 times 3, and 4 equals 1 times 4. Okay, so common factor is 1. Okay, so we multiply all factors here because other than 1, there's really no other number that is common. So therefore we have 12. And so let's get our new denominators, our new fractions ready. Okay, let's get 5/3. Okay, so 12 divided by the old denominator, which is 3, that's 4. So 12 divided by 3, that's 4. We multiply that to the old numerator, and that will be 20. So therefore 5/3 is equal to 20 over 12. Alright, so the second one, 12 divided by the old Denominator 4, so 12 divided by 4, that's 3. We multiply that 3 to the old numerator, and that will be 9. So as you can see now, our new fractions 20 over 12 minus 9 over 12, they have the same denominator. So therefore, you can just right away subtract the numerators. 20 minus 9, that's 11. Okay, so the answer to this problem is 11. Okay, let's try another one. My recipe calls for 5/8 cup of wheat flour and 3/6 cup of white flour. How much flour do I need in total for my recipe? So again, this is addition. Okay, so 5/8 plus 3/6. Okay, so again, we need equivalent fractions. Why is that? Because the denominators are different. Let's get our common multiple. 8 would be 1 times 2 times 2 times 2. So isn't that right? And 6 would be 1 times 2 times 3. Now let's get our common factors. Okay, so those are the only common factors. Let's get our LCM. For the first common factor, which is 1, we multiply that. And the other common factor, which is 2, that is that second 2. And then we have 1, 2 from 8 that did not find a partner, so we put that in. And there's another 2 that did not have a partner, also put that in. And there's another 3 that did not have a partner, we put that in. So therefore, our least common multiple would be 1 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, which is 24. So 24 now will be our new denominator. Okay, so let's get that one ready. Okay, so what do we do to get the equivalent fractions? New denominator divided by old, which is 8. So 24 divided by 8, you kind of have to do this mentally now. 24 divided by 8, that will be 3 times 5, so that's 15. Alright, for the second fraction, 24 divided by the old numerator, which is 6, that's 4. 24 divided by 6 is 4 times 3, that will be 12. So now you have your new equivalent fractions with the same denominator. We'll just have to add the denominator. No, add the numerator. So 15 plus 12 is 27 over 24. Here I believe we still have one more. Okay. Alright, I drink 31 over 4 cups of water every day and 13 over 6 cups of milk every day. How much fluid do I drink every day? Okay, so we have to do addition for this. 31 over 4 plus 13 over 6. Again, we need to get equivalent fractions. Alright, let's get an LCM. So for 4, you have 1 times 2 times 2. And for 6, we have 1 times 2 times 3. Okay, we have 1 and 2 as common factors. Let's get the LCM for 1. Alright, so that's 1. And for the second common factor of 2, we write 2. And then of course we have 2 that does not have a common partner, so we write that 2. And we also have 3 that does not have a partner, we write that 2. Okay, so we multiply all these numbers. We have 1 times 2 times 2 times 3, that will be 12. So therefore 12 will be your new denominator. Alright, so let's get our new fractions ready with 12 as denominator. Okay, so we kind of have to do this again mentally. New denominator 12 divided by 4, old denominator. So 12 divided by 4, that's 3 times 31. Okay, if you want to write this, that's fine. If you can do it mentally, that's better. Okay, so 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 31, that is 93. Okay, so let's do the second fraction. 12 divided by 6, that's 2 times 13, that's 26. Okay, so now we can add both fractions because they have the same denominator. So that will be 93 plus 26 is 119 over 12. Alright, so for more practice, let's work on, let's study your textbook on page 87 and some practice problems on your workbook on pages 75 to 76. Alright, have fun again.